As our heroes continue their training at the Chosen Few compound, we move our eyes and minds not just further outside of the compound, but further back in time, as we tell a story from a year prior, before the compound had even been reestablished. The country during this time was in a panic. There had been tall tales circulating the land of Absalom for the past few weeks. Tales of a strange creature that lurked within the already strange Black Forest that is said to house the trapped archfiend Evangelyne and all of his undead minions. A handsome reward has been offered to anyone who dares to venture into the forest to defeat the beast within, and surely with this reward, great fame will come as well. But there is a small catch to this great adventure you find yourselves on. Whether you'd like it to be or not, this task appears to be a group task, because the hero Avayath has caught wind of it, and has demanded that all those who plan to go into the forest journey with him, as many have not returned from the woods. Despite you all being sparks and being much more equipped than the regular magicless civilian, he gave you this same treatment. You all now stand at the edge of the Black Forest, where screams and cries are currently coming from deep within that chill you to your bone, as you wait for the hero Avayath to appear. Currently, there is an old and incredibly short elven woman guarding its entrance as you wait. She appears to be about 4 foot tall, has flowers in her hair, and has a duster that she is using to kind of clean off the archway entrance of this forest. If you guys want to go ahead and describe what your characters look like and your names, you can go ahead and do that. Wow, words are not working today. We're gonna start with Jordan.
You know, like, this is like the fourth one shot where people had me start, and it's the fourth one shot where I'll say, "Can I not?"
This is your time, Jordan. This is where this has to be you. The prophecy must be fulfilled.
Okay. Let me look for what I used to describe her to you. Okay, I'm playing Sulphur. She's an Earth Genasi, but she doesn't look quite like the other one over there. And she's got kind of grayish, sandy skin. It's really smooth. And she's got leaves for hair. And she's really chill. She's really admiring the flower crown thing that the elf has. She's like, "That's working for you."
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, she just has some a plain brown robe and a quarterstaff.
And next we will move on to Andrew.
I'm playing Rahozi. He's an Earth Genasi with pretty dry, cracked skin. No hair on his head. You can see the cracks extending up over top of his bald head. He's barefoot and wearing... damn it, yes, he is barefoot. And wearing just a plain, simple tunic. Yeah, that's it.
Stranger in the middle there.
Oh, I thought I wasn't in this scene.
You can still introduce yourself, though.
Yeah. So, Avayath is a well-known paladin, known for defeating the Aberdeen. He is an Asmer, who's gigantic, 7 feet tall, extremely muscular, covered in a full suit of armor. So, you can't really see any of his physical traits except for the 2 yellow glowing eyes beneath the helmet.
All right, and Sheryl?
I'm playing Axilya, who is rather slight, as most Eladrin tend to be. She spends most of her time, including today, in the autumn color scheme, as it were. So she has sort of medium brown skin and golden eyes and red hair, and she's wearing scale mail armor and carrying a weapon.
All right, and Dan?
Okay, I'm also tall, Avayath. I am 7 foot tall. My name is Cassius, by the way. And this is not his voice, my bad. But he is, I guess, a teal-colored Firbolg, and actually quite lanky. So even though he's as tall as Avayath, he is definitely lacking in the other compartment. So, there's that. But yeah, I think that's about all for him.
All right, and then just because everyone's got such interesting names, can we just real fast say everyone's names again so I can try and memorize that?
Sulphur,
and then...
Which, by the way, I'm also tall and have yellow eyes.
Everyone's just tall, I guess.
Am I the short one? Oh my god.
Well, the other elf is short.
It's Rahozi. Is that what you say?
Rahozi.
Sorry.
Rahozi.
Rahozi, gotcha.
It's not that hard of a name.
Axilya, is that how you say that?
Axilya, yeah.
Axilya. And then Cassius. It's me. Here I am. No. Yes, so you four, minus Avayath, are currently in front of this large entrance, which seems a little bit odd. It's almost like the entrance of an arched doorway without a door leading into this black forest that this old, incredibly short elden woman that you've all stolen the hide of is in front of the archway, dusting it currently as you are waiting for Avayath to show up. You've all come a long way, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. I have. I don't know about everyone else. Do we know each other?
I would say the day before, when you attempted to come into this forest, she would not allow you to go in. And you were told because you had to wait for Avayath to come escort you into the forest. So you are currently waiting for him to show up to allow you in. If any of you attempted to get in, you would find this woman to be very difficult to get past.
I came a long way.
So you've all heard that there's various tales about what this creature might exactly be. What did you hear?
You all can literally make whatever up. There are hundreds of rumors about what this thing is.
Something about a horde.
A horde? More than one creature?
Yeah. And they just, don't like the plants in the area. And I'm not about that.
Most people don't come to the Black Forest for plants.
Well, it's a forest. That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's an undead forest.
Still a forest. Still valid in my book.
I appreciate your drive and determination in the things you believe.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know what? And I appreciate just everything about you.
Thank you. Do you like the flowers I put in my hair?
Yeah, they work for you. I said that.
I thought maybe you wouldn't since you were against tampering with nature.
No, I never said I'm against tampering with nature.
You have some interesting views. My name is Quinby, by the way. I am the guardian of this forest.
I'm Sulphur. These are my friends. I just met them yesterday. They're not talkative.
None of you have heard any other rumors about what this thing might be, or going in with the assumption that it's a horde.
I heard that there was a noise in the forest that needed to be quieted, grandmother. Is that true?
There are many noises in the forest.
And as she says that, you can just hear the screams and the cries echoing out from within the forest that the Black Forest is known for. It's just constant in this area. And there also is a slight drizzle of rain.
Oh dear.
I heard something about a large bug.
A large bug.
I don't know.
It could be. Anyone who's wandered into this forest has never come back out alive, at least not entirely alive. Depends on your definition of alive.
My definition of alive is alive, as most people's are, I presume. Not undead.
Well,
that is an entirely different category.
yes, in the D&D rulebook, correct. Well, you have the adventurer Avayath coming with you, so I'm sure you'll be completely fine.
And as she says that, you all hear the clanking sound of metal, as a figure that even if none of you have ever seen before, you've definitely heard of. The towering figure of Avayath approaches your group on the path that leads up to the Black Forest.
Hello there. Are you all the adventurers that I came here to meet with?
Sulphur looks at everybody. Yeah? Are you the Avayath?
Yes, it is I, Avayath, the Undead Slayer. I'm sure you've heard of the tales of my adventures before, I'm guessing.
Yeah, totally. I think we hung out once. I don't know if you remember that.
I'm sorry, I don't have the best memory.
We both worship Clator.
Claytor, yes.
Yeah. That's what I said.
It's pronounced... Never mind. It's great that you worship Claytor, though. I wish I had remembered that.
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
Well, the god you worship is somewhat of a big deal.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about that.
The pronunciation, right.
No, okay. Don't worry about it. So have you, heard anything about this horde?
The horde? I didn't hear there was a horde.
Yeah, there's a horde of undead beetles, that's what I hear.
Well, that's certainly concerning, because I've heard about something else in the forest. I guess maybe it's part of the horde. I heard there was a fiend in there.
Cassius is just like, now wait a minute. What kind of fiend?
hasn't really been categorized yet. There's been sightings of it. A large black fiend with a long neck.
Like a snakelet? Or like a snake?
Not sure. No one seems to have gotten a good view of it.
Well, if you're all here, you're free to go into the forest whenever you'd like. This group's not very talkative, Avayath.
I see. Well, are you all interested in learning about our Lord and Savior Claytor while we walk?
Absolutely not.
No.
I really, already know about him.
Very well, then. Let's proceed if everyone's ready.
All right, and you all start to journey into the forest. And as you cross the threshold of this strange doorway without a door, the screams actually stop. The forest becomes completely silent, as if someone has turned off a switch. And the world has grown dark, despite you being in broad daylight just a moment before. And if you look over your shoulder, the old woman also appears to have disappeared with those cries.
Well, this is concerning. Give me a second. I'll try to sense if there are any undead or fiends around. And Avayath will use his divine sense to detect any undead or fiend or celestial in 60 feet.
There are so many that you cannot count. You are in the Black Forest, which is known for having undead spirits and demons roaming about. The fiend Abagrim that Avayath defeated previously about a year ago is said to still roam this forest as well, so it is too many for you to count. Even within 60 feet of you, it's almost like you feel like you are shoulder to shoulder with them. There are so many. But as far as you can tell, nothing seems to be attacking you. You don't see anything.
Rahozi is going to look down at his left shoulder, and from one of the cracks in his skin, a small bit of mistletoe is going to grow out of it. He'll reach up, grab it, kind of crush it, and I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on us, concentration for the next hour.
Awesome. So you guys will have a pretty good stealth bonus with that.
Avayath, do you mistrust our surroundings?
I do. There's fiends and things of that nature all over the place.
Of course.
We should proceed with caution.
Do you think that what we see is not what's truly there?
I trust my senses quite a lot. It's never failed me before.
Well, I just meant because things seemed to change when we crossed into the forest, and things that we had seen do not appear to be there anymore.
Well, I trust my divine sense, but I don't see anything approaching us right now, so we're safe for now at least. Let's just proceed with caution.
You notice Axilya as you're walking, kind of nearby you, the others, they seem to be staying away from just this very small group of fireflies kind of wandering about this forest, and one kind of whizzes past your ear, and you hear, for a moment,
It grows stronger within the forest.
as it whizzes past you and keeps going.
I'm sorry, what was the first part of that?
It grows stronger within the forest, is
Oh,
what
okay.
it said.
Thank you.
Avayath, I guess, puts up a finger to signify being quiet, and he's going to try to sneak his way through the forest, I guess.
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and roll stealth checks if you're trying to be stealthy.
Oh boy.
We did cast Pass Without Trace, so I feel like it'd be a waste.
Yeah, so you should have. What's the bonus on that again, Andrew?
Plus 10.
Oh, good.
18.
18.
29.
Okay, did anyone get below a 15?
Avayath did.
Even with a plus 10?
Oh, wait, with a plus 10. No, he got above 15.
I was like, how? How did you do that? That would have been so impressive. You guys continue to move through the forest pretty quietly. Every now and again, you do see kind of strange things out of the corners of your eye as you're moving. Something just moving within the shadows, or maybe a noise that you're not quite certain of, but nothing has stood out to you, again, as hostile yet as you're moving. And as you continue to go, the forest around you seems to shift in hue, which you've never heard about in the Black Forest. Usually you just hear about these blackened trees, almost as if they were burnt in this gray, voidless land. But they're shifting kind of to a light purple color as you're moving. And there's this fog rolling in, this purple and blue fog that's filling the area. And the silence gets even quieter.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to do that. And yeah, so what school of magic is this?
It's a mix of illusion and transmutation.
Is this, do I have to roll Arcana to know if, like, this is, like, you've already said this isn't normal, but, like, how abnormal is this?
You can, I would say history more so maybe would be.
Oh no, I don't have anything to that. Okay. Alright, that's a 6, so...
As far as you know, hearing stories of the Black Forest, it's hard to tell just because so few have ever come in and come out again. But they've only ever told you tales of the forest being a black and gray void, essentially.
Gotcha.
Color seems odd.
I'm sensing illusion magic in this forest.
Interesting. And I will use one of the charges on my Gem of Seeing.
Awesome. Okay, so as you are moving, you see all of those ghosts and creatures that are kind of hidden within this magical barrier and fields and the ethereal plane and all that. They seem to be on multiple planes, not just the ethereal, but your special sight in this moment is kind of catching glimpses of them coming in and out. And again, none of them seem particularly like they're paying much attention to you, seem to be wandering around. In terms of illusion magic, the trees do appear like this is an illusion. Like the color that's shifting that is happening is not actually there. But the fog that is rolling in stays. That seems to be something that is real and happening and actually around you as you're going. And as you continue forward, all of you see a person actually coming up on the horizon. Someone who looks very badly injured. And with your sight, you can see, currently, Axilya, you can see a skeleton standing in front of you. But to everyone else, this appears just to be a normal person who looks to be severely injured, kind of wandering up towards your group.
Are they putting off any magic? This goes on for 10 minutes, I guess.
Yes, but it's hard to tell necessarily what kind of magic, because this person possibly may have been a spellcaster or something like that. They're giving off more than one kind. I would say definitely, like, they're emanating magic, so you would know that something is active as they are continuing to move towards you all. But yeah, they are approaching, seem to be incredibly injured, hobbling, a young man looking up at you all, and whose eyes kind of go bright when they see you and starts to move a little faster, and they're like, "Oh, someone's come to find me."
Companions, this person is not who they claim to be.
What do your elf eyes see?
I hate you. Oh my goodness.
I was holding that in for so long. It's all I've concentrated on. Okay,
Oh
I'm
my
good.
goodness.
You're like, where
I'm
are we?
fulfilled.
What adventure are we in?
Okay, I think Cassius would have been approaching the young man at this point and would stop whenever Axilya says this. Just like, I don't think he ever claimed to be anything. He hasn't said anything.
Oh, I mean, he is not what you think he looks like.
That's a terrifying way to phrase that.
Aren't you the rescue party? Haven't you come to get me?
That's not what we were assigned to do. No one should be in here.
You see its head snap towards Avayath at that, and its face almost immediately contort and hiss at him. Like that guise of a person that was in place almost just immediately falls, but then seems to come back a moment later and then turn back to you all.
Help me get out of the forest, please.
Do I have any sense, like, you said a skeleton, like, is it, like, creepy skeleton? Is it just that, like, this person...
It's like it's
Spooky
got
skeleton.
a strange glow coming off of it, and it's almost like it fades off into a person. Like, it starts off as a skeleton, and as you go down its body, it doesn't have limbs. Like, the bottom limbs, yeah.
So do I get a sense for, like, if it means us harm, or if it really is just seeking help?
You can roll an insight check.
I will do that. That's a 16.
I would say, looking at it and talking to it, when it's talking to you, it does not necessarily appear to be hostile, but it does have some hostile energy towards your group in general. You can't pinpoint where it's coming from. You can guess probably Avayath after that reaction, but in general does not seem to be worried about you.
Then, for the moment, I will just carefully watch it.
What are we supposed to do to help you?
If you just take me back out of the forest.
You're gonna have to wait a while. We got stuff to do in here.
You can't go any farther into the forest.
Well, then I don't think we want to help you, is the thing.
If you go any farther, you'll die.
Well, I don't like that.
That's a convincing argument.
I
But also you echo, and that's not regular.
echo.
Yeah, you kind of got this thing going on with your voice. I don't know, maybe it's just... You know how, like...
The forest plays strange tricks on people. I've been wandering for a few days now. I lost the rest of my group. I figured you all came to help me.
Maybe you're waiting for some other people?
They wouldn't send other people in if the others didn't come back yet, wouldn't they?
DM, the illusion that we're all seeing of this person, is there like what are they wearing? Like, is it like armor? Is there anything like identifying like where they might be from or anything like that?
You can roll, I would say, investigation. I'd say a basic look at their attire. They appear to be definitely a spellcaster of some kind. It's hard for you to get a lot of detail because this strange illusion that you're focusing on does seem like the more you talk to them, it's wavering.
Sure. Investigation is a 15.
15? Okay. Trying to examine this form a little bit closer and looking at them, you do notice there is an emblem kind of on their shoulder a little bit of a very bright sun. You would know that as the symbol of Solari, the sun goddess.
Okay, so what I'd like to do when their attention is perhaps maybe not on me, as I'm kind of hanging in the back, I'd like to cast Disguise Self and make myself appear same race, same, different person, but same kind of clothing, same symbol on my clothing as well. And then step forward and be like, "Friend, how long have you been here in the forest?"
Oh, you're with the rescue party.
Indeed.
Just a few days, I think.
Do you know your way out?
No, I've been trying. Like I said, I was with my group for a while, and then we were attacked. I don't know what happened, but when I try to think about it, I just get so angry.
And you see when he says that, again, that illusion just drops for a moment, and you all see this ghastly creature appear before it comes back.
Ew.
I reach out my hand, and I say, "Friend, take my hand and I'll point you in the direction."
Are you sure that's the way I'm supposed to go?
I am.
If you find the others, will you help them too?
Of course. That's why I'm here.
You can't die deep into the forest.
I know.
And you're directing them?
So if they take my hand, I'm just kind of like gently leading them past us and then kind of directing them in the direction that we came from.
Quick question. So if Rahozi is leading them past Cassius, can Cassius get an opportunity to see this emblem of Solari as well?
I would say, yeah, they're passing right next to you.
Okay, what do I roll for this? Investigation or perception?
You could do either, because they're passing you. Specifically, before it was like trying to examine them, but yeah, either works.
I roll like garbage, so I probably... Okay, yeah, that's an 11.
I would say it looks familiar to you. It's a symbol that you've seen. It may be taking you a bit to try and recognize it, and they've probably made it a good 5 or 10 feet away from you by the time it clicks into place what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, wait a minute. Let me see. Really quick. You said 5 or 10 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's well within reach of my Eldritch Blast. I cast Eldritch Blast.
Awesome. Want to roll an attack roll for me?
I absolutely do. 1d20. I know you're disappointed in me, Andrew. I can feel it.
I'm not. Rahozi is.
I'm a baby. That's only a 10.
That does not hit. But you do see, as you try to cast that Eldritch Blast at it to hit it, this person immediately turns towards you, and you see its eyes kind of grow wide as that magic that's on top of it slowly starts to fade, and it's looking at you. It's like,
I don't think you're with the rescue party.
and why don't we roll initiative?
All right. I was waiting. I mean, this is definitely suspicious. Like,
I look at Cassius like, what? Why? He was doing fine. He was doing fine.
Cassius does not have to explain himself. Yes, he does, but he won't.
We'll talk about this later. We're gonna have a team building exercise.
We go to an escape room together.
Alright, so yeah, you all see this illusion immediately drop as whatever semblance of humanity this person had been trying to replicate just vanishes, and they let out an extremely loud screech, one that you all would have heard when you had been on the outskirts of the forest that had seemed to have vanished once you came in. But before you are able to even react to this, you see coming out of the pond near you all,
Oh no.
2 other creatures appear. 2 others of these kind of specter-like creatures coming out of the water and crying, almost answering the call of that creature. And you see the one in front of you just go, "Oh, I found the rest of my party." And Cassius, it's your turn.
Oh joy. Yeah, I guess he's just going to summon his necrotic-looking blade out of the ether, and he's going to run at the one that's next to Rahozi and attack, I guess. Awesome, dirty 20.
That will definitely hit.
That is 5 damage, and on its turn it has to make a wounding roll because it is wounded. So that's 1d4 on each of its turns for each of its wounds, which is only 1 at the moment.
Gotcha. So what was the damage again?
5 so far.
It hisses and spits at you as you hit it, and turns and definitely seems to be focusing its attention on you, but it's not its turn. So are you doing anything else on yours?
Well, considering I'm in melee, I guess I'm just gonna sit here. Oh, wait a minute, I made a melee attack. Oh, wait.
You did make a melee attack, and guess what, Dan?
Oh, Rahozi's right next to me.
On the map, so is Avayath.
Oh, shoot. Well,
What's your charisma modifier, Dan?
it is. Let me see. It's only +3, so...
So as you see Cassius make this attack, there is this strange rippling energy that comes out from Cassius as his eyes kind of go dark for a moment, and this black wave erupts from him. And both of you are going to take 3 force damage, as well as this creature, as Cassius' spark activates.
oh.
I'm just a barrel of fun, you guys.
It does not seem like that is still going, though. It seems like once you've taken that damage, that black energy kind of fades out and ripples out from him and ends, essentially. And it is Sulphur's turn.
Alright, so she's going to back the fuck up.
Good wizard.
Yeah, I know what to do. She takes out her spell book. It's like, it has like this oak like cover on it. It's like bark cover on it. Oak bark. That's what I was going for. It's not just oak or bark, it's oak bark. And she is going to cast just a poison spray cantrip at the green one. So he needs to make a constitution saving throw.
Gotcha. And that will be a failure, definitely.
Okay, that's d12 damage.
And you said it's poison, right?
Right. So 10 poison damage.
You look like you cast that. It looks like it does absolutely nothing to it.
Oh, okay. Totally gonna change my paradigm here.
You did waste your action, your spell on that.
Yeah. But I do have bonus action per my subclass. I'm gonna save it. And I'll end my turn.
Gotcha. All right, then we are up to Avayath.
Avayath will say to Axilya, you take care of the blue one, I'll take care of the purple one. And he will move over here, provoke an opportunity attack, I imagine.
Oh yeah, he definitely will. So the green one's gonna go at you. Does a 17 hit you?
Doesn't hit Avayath.
All right, then you are good. It tries to reach out with one of its clawed hands, and it swipes, and it misses.
And now Avayath will swing a ding-ding at Piple. 11 to hit for the first attack.
That does not hit. Woo, rough. Rough first try.
Oh, okay, and then... Oh, wait. We're only level 3, right?
You're level 5.
Level 5?
Or you should be.
Why did I think we were level 3? Well,
They're level 3. You're a seasoned adventurer.
Oh, okay. Then he'll swing again. He gets another attack.
He forgets for a moment. He's like, right, I'm stronger. I can do
I'm
it
stronger
again.
than this. But that's a 10 to hit, so he misses again.
Avayath, the man. You'd make an attack. You attempt to attack this creature again, and you just glide through that kind of ethereal tail that's coming in and out. Anything else on your turn?
No, you can't do anything else.
Maybe adjust your stats in the meantime. All right, Axilya.
So she hears Avayath's orders and sees what he does or does not do to one of the specters and says, okay, and will cast Sacred Flame at the blue one that I was charged to attack. So it needs to make a reflex, dexterity save.
You're good.
Gosh darn
Dexterity save. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I got a nat 20.
Okay, well then she will just shrug her shoulders and hold up her shield, and that's me.
You're staying put where you are.
I feel like this is a good spot to be close enough to help people, but far enough to stay away from Cassius and whatever's going on over there.
It's a pretty good spot, yeah. But the blue one who rolled into the initiative after appearing does go before Rahozi, is going to go ahead and run at you. Or not run, glide at you, Axilya. 12. Does a 12 hit you?
Nope, 16.
We are moving on then as it tries to attack you. It misses, swipes. They seem to be kind of distracted. They definitely were not hostile up until a moment ago, so... Rahozi.
I will, still in disguised form, I will just kind of put my hands out, kind of in a peaceful gesture, and be like, friends, this is a misunderstanding. We can help you out. I'd like to just use my turn to try to calm the situation.
Okay, you see the green one kind of turn to look at you.
Are you planning to continue into the forest?
We are charged with a mission, but that does not mean we can't help you.
You can't die deep within the forest.
We don't plan to.
You can't. But you can die here.
Okay.
I will let you try to roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Not great. 13.
Well, I'll do it. I'll do a roll. Yeah, not great. It doesn't seem like it's super thrilled that you are going to be continuing into this forest. It seems to have made up its mind that it's going to stop you. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, it is its turn. It does linger on you for a moment, Rahozi, before swiveling its head towards Cassius, as it's going to attempt to hit him. There we go. That's a 22.
What do you know? That doesn't hit.
Oh wow!
No, it definitely hits.
Oh wow! Okay. You are going to take.
I hear multiple dice.
You are going to take 11 damage as it swipes at you and casts Life Drain. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh Lord! I didn't know I'd be dying this fast for sure. This is a surprise to me personally. That's a nat 1. Shit.
Okay, that is very unfortunate. So, I did change this a little bit for anyone knows specters. So this reduction only lasts until you finish a short rest, not a long rest, but you cannot be healed that amount. That is minus from your max hit points from now.
Rip, does he take any wounding damage? Because here's the problem with wounding. It is necrotic damage, and I am assuming this is undead.
It is immune from necrotic damage.
Oh boy!
So no, it does not, unfortunately.
You know,
I'm so sorry.
No, I had a feeling, and I just did it anyway.
And that is the end of its turn, and it's gonna stay right next to Cassius. And the purple one is up next. It's going to try and hit Avayath. 13.
13 does not hit.
No, it does not. It tries to swipe at you, and your armor is just pretty thick, and even though this thing seems to be able to phase through things, it seems to not be able to judge distance, apparently. So it just swipes and misses, and that is the end of its turn. Cassius, it's you again.
Joyous day. I'm going to... Oh, wait. Can I declare a smite after I hit, or do I do it before?
You can. You do not have to declare it until you hit.
Okay, I wasn't sure if this is different for warlocks. Then I'm going to attempt to hit it first. He's changing up his whole thing. Ooh, nat 20.
Damn, yeah, that'll definitely hit it. And I think you also double the smite damage.
Which is great, because it's radiant damage. So, I am here for that. Okay. Okay, so that's 15 piercing, 14 radiant damage.
Awesome. It only had 14 health left. I just wanted to see how badly you fucked it up. So how do you want to do this?
I want to just absolutely obliterate it. Like, whatever it was that Rahozi was saying about just like, I still want to help you, Cassius is going to be like, I don't help worshippers of Solari. And he's going to just, like, cut it down.
Gotcha. So you do that slice. It does that anime thing where, like, you slice it and there's, like, a pause before it slowly divides in two. And then out from it, just, like, a burst of that radiant energy just tears it apart from the inside out.
Awesome.
As it vanishes.
Dude.
That's one down. You are up, Sulphur. Except, hold on a minute, did you make a melee attack?
Oh, no. I did.
Rahozi, you're gonna take another 3 force damage.
Sweet.
As again, that dark energy ripples out from Cassius.
As it hits him, you see it almost kind of like settle into the cracks on his skin before being absorbed in. He kind of just...
Just a little friendly fire.
Rahozi will remember this.
Sulphur, you are up.
I mean, Sulphur sees this whole thing goes down and sees what happens to Rahozi, and all... She doesn't say it out loud, but she thinks moisturize. Just moisturize. And then she's, oh yeah, there's two more spirits. Okay, so she like holsters her book. She moves slightly to the right, grabs her quarterstaff, and like whips it forward, and like 3 vines start to come out of it. And she's going to target the purple spirit with her rod of tentacles. Or tentacle rod, excuse me, but it's vines instead of tentacles. So that's that's 3 attacks, plus 9 each, so that's 19, 17, 17.
Those all hit.
Alright, so that's going to be 3d4 damage.
And what kind of damage?
Bludgeoning.
Okay.
And it's going to be 10 bludgeoning damage altogether, but since I hit with all 3 against one target, it must make a DC 15 con save.
You got a 7.
Alright, so that fails. The creature's speed is halved, it has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, and can't use reactions for 1 minute.
Gotcha.
And it can only use an action or a bonus action, not both. And it repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turn.
Gotcha. And just so Avayath knows, that would include being able to move away from opportunity attacks, since it can't use a reaction.
So she's just holding it in place, and that'll be her turn.
Nice. Good weapon there.
So the purple one's clearly stuck in place, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then he's just like, time to gang up on this one.
It tries desperately to get out of those tentacles that are wrapped around it as you move, but it's just stuck, and it cannot.
Yeah, alright. So Avayath is gonna swing his sword again. 17 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
8 slashing damage to the blue one.
And is that a magical weapon?
Nope, it's just a normal sword.
Alright, so just 4 of them.
Oh, Avayath ain't doing too hot. He's gonna swing again. 15 to hit.
That does hit.
11 slashing damage.
So that'll be, we round up, so that'll be 6. Alrighty. Those attacks don't look like they're doing much. Definitely, you are hurting it, but not a lot. Axilya, you're up.
Well, hello there. Please remind me, does casting a spell in melee in this version of the game provoke an attack of opportunity?
No.
Marvelous. Then I will hit it with Sacred Flame again, and it needs to make another dexterity save.
Gotcha. 3.
A whopping 3 radiant damage.
It does take all of that. It doesn't do extra, because I don't know why D&D does this, but a lot of undead aren't like weak to it for some reason. But it does take the full of that, so.
Marvelous. Yeah, that's me.
Alright, and now it's its turn, now that you've decided to gang up on it. And it turns to you, Avayath specifically, since you kind of did the most there in that attack. And it's going to try to phase through your armor and get you with its claws with a 12.
Yeah! Oh, he just gives up. No.
No. And it tries to swipe at you and it misses. Rahozi.
Just as a point of order, I passed all my concentration checks to keep Pass Without a Trace up so far from the damage
good.
that I was taking from
Thank you.
friendly
I totally
fire.
forgot you had that.
So I am going to essentially back up kind of into this shadowed area, and since I still have Pass Without a Trace up, I'm just going to use my action to hide.
Go for it. You can roll a stealth check.
It's a 20 total.
Alrighty. The purple one is still restrained, right? It has to make some kind of check to move.
Its speed is reduced by half. It's not restrained.
Oh, okay. Then it's coming over to you.
Oops. I didn't know that.
You see it move very slowly. But
I saw Avayath like run away, and I was like, wait. No, that's.
Wait, no. Yeah. And it's gonna try and hit you.
Oh no.
A 10.
Doesn't not hit.
I've never been so excited to roll poorly for enemies, against a wizard especially. So yeah, it tries to swipe at you, but those tentacles that you have wrapped around it seem to be kind of restricting its movement too much.
And it can do a save at the end of its turn to get out of it.
6, so nope. You're just next to this kind of tentacled specters. Cassius, it's you again.
Okay, upon seeing this, I think Cassius is going to attack the purple one then, just so that Sulphur's not alone over there. I mean, he's not going to go over there, but he's going to do an Eldritch Blast. So hopefully that hits. Eldritch Blast! That's a 19.
That definitely hits.
Cool beans. He gets to add his charisma mod to this. Oof. 4.
It does take the full of that as you blast it. You kind of weave it in a way where it manages to not hit those tentacles, so it's still pretty trapped. But you see it kind of looking in between you and Sulphur now, like not sure who is the bigger threat in this case.
Oh no.
You're like, not me. I'm already permanently reduced for the moment.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Sulphur, you're up.
Already, wow. She is going to let the vines from her rods like loosen up again, and she's just gonna take all of them and smack at it horizontally. With a 10, a 12, and a 28.
10 does not hit, 12 and 28 do.
Alright, so that's gonna be 2d4.
28?
Yeah. It's plus 9. You let it happen.
Okay.
So that's 5 damage, 5 bludgeoning. But he's no longer, like, his speed isn't reduced by half anymore since her attack didn't hit with all 3.
Okay.
So she's gonna, like, move around him and just dip her toe into water and use bonus action one of her geomancy die. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
6. Getting a lot of 6s tonight.
Oh, wow. So, yeah. Sulphur, like, quickly moves around behind the spirit and dips her toe in the water, and the water just, she, like, opens up her book one more time, and the water just, like, flows from behind her and, like, splashes the spirit in the face, and it is under the effects of polymorph for 1 round. It is a frog.
I don't have a token for that, but everyone just imagined a frog.
Until the beginning, or until the end of its turn, it's a frog.
Okay. That's so interesting. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Avayath, it's your turn.
Alright, Avayath will try to slash this thing across the stomach. 23 to hit.
Definitely.
Yeah, he will Divine Smite this time. So that's 10 slashing damage, plus 9 radiant damage.
Okay. So with the 10, that wasn't enough to kill it. You kind of... You've hit this a few times now. You're kind of used to just kind of trying to slash through it and kind of fading in and out of existence. It doesn't seem to do the full effect, but that radiant definitely does. So how do you want to end this one?
I want to chop it in half. The radiant light sort of bursts it open, causing the top half to fly away.
Oh, okay. Similar to how Cassius.
Yeah, I was about to say, bite my style, why don't you?
In an almost imitating fashion to how Cassius just destroyed the other specter, Avayath does the same.
It seemed to work when you did it.
A little bit more showy, a little bit more like it, like specifically seems to try to outdo you.
Yeah.
Cassius pretends to not have noticed. He's looking away.
And then he's like, "Oh," to himself, and not like to everybody.
You didn't see what I did.
Yeah. And he still has one more attack. He's like, "Should I stab into the frog?"
Kill the frog.
All right. He's gonna try
Here's a question though: when you kill it in polymorph form, won't it just come back?
Yes.
Yes, it will.
Yes, and the damage rolls over.
Okay, instead, since grapple counts as a special attack, I can still grapple for my second attack. Well, it would, like, grow back into its shape? I don't know how this would work mechanically. I'm going to try to grapple the frog. It can do acrobatics or athletics to contest my strength.
Okay, let me look up frog 5e athletics check. Give me a sec here.
If you flip it over and rub your finger on its stomach, it'll, like, paralyze it.
Science me, Sheryl.
Avayath doesn't know that.
Okay, so it's got a 1 in strength. Are you ready for this grapple check? It's a -5.
You can do acrobatics instead to try to dodge
No, we're
it.
doing strength. The frog
Okay.
is trying to strength its way out.
Oh, Avayath rolled real bad. 11.
The frog got an 11, and with a -5, that'll be a 6.
Right. Avayath grabs a frog.
Your greatest achievement. Here it is. Grapple the frog. Anything else on your turn, Avayath?
Nope, that's it.
Axilya, you're up.
So we're not killing the frog?
Oh, hold on. Damn, I already said my turn's over. I was like, I should just move the frog away.
Toss the
You're
frog.
holding it, it's too late.
Just eat it?
I mean, I can still move while I grapple something, but I already said my turn's over.
So are we not killing the frog?
I mean, like, it's gonna turn back into a ghost any second now.
Why did you turn it into a frog?
Because there was another one, and Avayath left me.
Okay.
We could-
Did you want to defend yourself, Avayath?
We can power up and prepare spells while it's
Yeah,
still a
like when it
frog.
turns back, why don't we just smack it? Toss the frog.
That's what I was. That's what I was gonna say. I will hold a sacred flame until the frog is not a frog anymore. Although, yeah, if you wanted to throw it, we could like skeet shoot it.
Just throw it in the air and just start firing at the frog. That's up to you guys. Avayath is still holding it right now.
It's gonna
He
transform.
can't let go of it though because it's not his turn.
Yeah,
So I
no,
guess
I'll hold my
Okay.
spell.
Rahozi, how you doing?
I'll tentatively take like a step slightly out of the shadows, but still hanging in the back. And I'll just wait and see what happens. Not really holding anything. I'm just passing my turn, waiting.
Gotcha. So it's a frog. It can't change back until the end of its turn, right?
Yeah.
It can use its action to try to escape the grapple and do another strength contest against
Here we
Avayath
go.
too.
It's gonna try and get away. This frog does not have any attacks. It cannot, like, unless it just does like a straight, like, punch you or something, it cannot attack you.
Alright, Avayath got 15 for athletics.
I got a 2.
Avayath is still holding the frog. That's a waste of its action.
And that is the end of its turn, and as you are holding it, it literally escapes from your hands, like turns to air and escapes from your hands, because they cannot be grappled,
Oh.
this ghost, as it is now in front of you again. And it is Cassius's turn.
Actually, isn't it Axilya's turn because she was saving her sacred flame?
Oh, correct.
Correct.
It
Thank you.
is.
Yeah, so it needs to make another dexterity save against 13.
Nat 1.
Woo! That's, 7 radiant damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah, so it turns back into a specter, and like lightning reflexes, she just sends this bolt of bright light right through the center of it, and it sort of like shatters into a million little specks of light.
Awesome, yeah. You see it kind of come back and start to form and turn to look towards Avayath with its mouth kind of like unnaturally unhinged and just screaming and hissing as you fire, and it just spreads out, as you described, into a million little pieces. You're out of combat.
Yay.
Good job, everyone. Sorry for abandoning you like that, Sulphur. I thought that spell was going to hold in place.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. You know, it looks like it. It looks like it, and I don't really get the time to, like, talk to you about it or anything, so it's cool. Don't worry about it. Sorry I yelled. I got emotional.
Rahozi, are you hurt?
I gotta step out of the shadows. I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
I was handling it.
Dan is sweating like a sinner in church. Like, I'm just like, oh no.
Oh yeah, we've got to have a group powwow to discuss how we're going to handle future endeavors if we're going to work together as a team.
It's all right. I understand why you did what you did.
I believe those were fiends trying to escape the forest. They could have caused a lot of damage if they got out. We can't be so trusting in this black forest.
Yes, thank you, Avayath.
I mean, I told you not to trust them, but that's okay.
Well, maybe we should, like, make a signal to, like, tell the rest of the party that we're gonna, like, kill these things that we're talking to. Because it seemed like we were going in one direction and then we went another.
Right. The signal I guess, can be this. And Avayath does like, this looks like an awful symbol. His fingers are just like moving around randomly, almost like he's doing a ninja seal from Naruto. It's like the worst thing I've ever seen.
Wait, he's doing Naruto hand symbols?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's your signal. Great, guys. Everyone remember. He's like, remember this exact sequence. Don't forget it. It's really important. I'm going to assume everything is fine if you don't do this exact thing. No.
That's basically what Avayath is asking for.
Is there a chance you could simplify it a little so that it's not quite as obvious to enemies?
Or maybe make it like more obvious because not everybody's like watching your hands.
Maybe a word then.
All right.
What's your safe word?
Avocado.
Avocado it is then.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. So, thanks for like everybody coming together on this. I think now we can work better as a team. Pat yourselves on the back, everybody. Sulphur pats herself on the back.
Avayath pats himself on the back. But he struggles to do so because he's so huge and muscular and his armor's in the way.
Can't scratch the middle of his back because he's too big.
Too small. Oh my god.
What's the general atmosphere like in the group right now, considering what just transpired?
Resolved.
Cassius is definitely lingering to the edges of the group, the fringes, and being very quiet.
Avayath is just generally an optimistic guy. He likes everybody, except he's sort of... You'd have to insight that he's, like, not happy that he saw Cassius use what looks like necromancy. He's trying to hide that. But everyone else is cool with him.
Rahozi is kind of opposite side of the group, just sitting kind of on a log while his Pass Without a Trace energy just kind of gathers around him. His eyes are locked on Cassius.
Oh boy.
Wait, so Sulphur is gonna like walk back a little bit, and she's like looking at everybody in the group, and she's like, "I thought this was resolved. Wait, can I roll an insight to see where everybody's
Sure.
looking?"
Oh
Go
no.
for it.
And that's 17 plus 2.
Unless they are trying to be deceptive, that would be up to them if they want to contest that.
Nope.
Avayath was trying to be deceptive.
Then you can roll a deception check.
I already did. It's 17, so you can tell Avayath is eyeing Cassius.
Hey, so like I'm getting some energy from you and you. And she points to Cassius and Avayath. And do you two need to like go over there and talk it out? Like I can mediate, or you can do it by yourselves, but I don't like want anybody like killing each other here.
No one's going to kill each other here. We're here on a mission.
Both of you kind of have like eyes where you look like you want to kill each other.
I wasn't even looking at him.
I could sense it.
No, not killing. I can have a talk with Cassius. We can resolve this. Just give us a second, everyone. Cassius, could I talk with you for a second?
Oh boy.
Oh god. Yeah, sure.
So Avayath takes Cassius back a little bit, but he's not that smart. You might be able to hear if you like do a perception check. But yeah, he folds his arms and he's like, Cassius, was that necromancer you used in that battle just now?
Yes, I believe it was.
You know that necromancy is a sin, right?
A sin? We're in an... Aren't we in, like, some kind of undead forest?
Right, but just because the forest is filled with sin doesn't excuse you from doing the same.
Is it like a... What if it's like a fighting fire with fire situation?
That, I believe, is forgivable through prayer, but it's still a minor sin.
Well, I have a god, so I can talk about it with him, and I promise I'll feel very bad about it.
Good. Seems like you understand. I'm glad we had this talk, then.
I am too.
And Avayath will go back to the group.
Avayath.
While all this has been happening, Axilya hasn't been saying much, but she's just sort of like looking over the group to, again, like Sulphur said, get a general idea of how everybody's feeling, but also, again, she did ask if someone was hurt, so she's just trying to, even if they won't admit it, trying to figure out if anybody is injured.
Literally the only one I think who got hurt was Cassius. I think they missed every single time, except for the single time they hit Cassius, and then Cassius had that fun damage happen, so... cannot be healed unless you take a short rest.
But Rahozi refused help, so I guess I'll just sit here then.
Oh yeah, some of you took damage from Cassius. So.
Yeah, I took damage from Cassius. So Avayath comes back and he's like, we're back. We've talked things out and resolved everything. Nothing to worry about.
Great. It looks like it. Okay. Battle plan, everybody?
Battle plan. Should we continue to sneak through the forest?
Do we still have a pass without a trace up?
Yes.
Yes.
Then yeah, I think sneaking's a good idea.
I would agree. I have a question for you, Avayath.
Yes?
You implied before we entered the forest that you also did not know much about this creature, but do you know much about this forest?
Not much. I usually prefer not to travel in here.
Because the specters said that we could not die in the center. And I also was given information that makes me think that whatever we're hunting gets stronger in the center, so I wonder if it would not be smart for us to try to lure it away from the center of the forest, where it might not be as strong and might be capable of dying.
The danger of that is that if we lead it further away from the forest, it might be able to leave the forest and cause terror. It's generally well known that things that fall into the center of the Black Forest, they never come out. Nothing's ever left there.
Do you think we're gonna leave there?
We'll be fine. I'm right here, and I'll make sure everyone leaves safely.
So it sounds like Avayath wants to still go to the center.
Yeah.
Is anyone hungry?
Yeah. I could use a snack.
Okay. I just reach out my arm and I begin to grow these little mushrooms out from the cracks of my arm. And I begin to pluck. I pluck one off and kind of eat it. I pluck one off and hand it to Sulphur. I pluck one off and hand it to Avayath, and to Axilya, and to Cassius.
Avayath will not take off his helmet to eat it. He just awkwardly stuffs it into his helmet.
Sulphur kind of does this thing where she makes it look like she's eating it, but then she kind of drops it around her side.
Oh, does that thing where she dramatically turns to the
Yes,
side and
she
pretends
turns to the side
she's putting
and,
it in her mouth?
Love it.
I love that you made it.
It's delicious. It tastes great.
Did Avayath actually eat it?
I don't know. You'd have to do an insight check. All you saw is him stuff it into the helmet.
19.
19. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he didn't eat it. You can tell. It just went clunk, fell into the armor.
Do I recognize this mushroom? Is it like a common food mushroom?
Yep, it just looks like a normal little whatever the heck those are, like you get at the grocery store mushroom.
Okay. Ye olde button mushroom? Cool.
Ye old button mushroom.
Cool. Then I will eat it and say, thank you.
You're welcome.
Does Cassius take it?
I think Cassius is just going to pocket it and just be like, I'll save it for later.
Suit yourself. I'll grow a couple more and pop them off and eat them as we're walking.
This is madness. Just partake.
The carbon cycling that's happening here is amazing.
Just partaking of the flesh of our friend, the divine Rahost.
So as you guys are continuing through the forest, we're doing a skill challenge. So I want you all to pick something to try and find this creature. It can be a skill or a stat. So if you don't want to use a specific one of your skills, you can use a stat instead. But you are not allowed to have any repeats, so everyone has to roll something different. So you could use athletics, insight, arcana. The DCs will be different depending on what you are trying to do.
Alrighty. Could Avayath search through hiding places, like move bushes and branches out of the way to help find?
Yeah, what check are you using for that?
Trying to use athletics here.
I will keep that in mind for the DC, that you're using athletics to search.
Okay,
He's like backflipping over things while he looks at them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm picturing like Gronk, where he's singing his own theme music while he like...
Okay. Oh, 15.
15. You're kind of just haphazardly throwing and tossing things around. You're not really doing much searching. I feel like you're more so trying. To anyone who's watching you, they might be able to just assume you're trying to clear a path rather than looking, because that's what it seems like you're doing, tossing these bushes and things aside.
Oopsie. Oh, the bad roll.
It was an interesting choice to use athletics for a more investigative
Look,
journey.
Mine is so dumb. That's all you can do.
I appreciate it. If you would have gotten high enough, I would have let you find something, but you didn't throw over the right tree. So
yeah.
So what's up next? Yeah, Jordan?
Can I make a nature check?
Yeah, what are you trying to get from that?
Oh, well, first of all, Avayath, I see you, tossing actual whole bushes. Could you chill with that for a second? What are we looking for again?
The beast.
Yeah. What does the beast, look like? Because I heard, a lot of things. I heard it's, a bunch of beetles, or a horde of beetles that have long necks, or an undead shadow long-necked beetle horde. I'm, what are we looking for?
That's a good question, because there's a lot of different answers.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
We're just looking for a particularly vicious fiend, I suppose.
Okay, it's a vicious long-necked fiend beetle horde. Got you.
Something like that, I think. There's been multiple reports. Everybody seems to see something different. No one's gotten a good look at it. Maybe it changes shape.
I want to use a nature check to think, to try to find tracks.
To think.
to think about it, do I remember anything that changes shape, is also a beetle, has long necks, is also a horde, and is also some sort of shadow fiend?
But you're using nature to try and track. Is that what you said you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, you can roll nature check then.
That's a 23.
Nice, yeah. So, just from your observations looking around in the general area of the way that this forest is and kind of the structures in terms of something that could house a large beast, the way that the forest you're in now, it's too closely packed. There's not a lot of area for something as large as what you think it would be in this area. So you're kind of trying to look, you figure, for a clearing. So right now, as you are making your way through the forest, you're looking for places where the trees kind of spread out more, less bushes, kind of lower foliage, all that other stuff as you're moving. And you kind of start to direct the group along that path as you go.
I say all that.
You say all that? Not just do it, you say it as you're doing it.
If it's really big, it doesn't want to be here. Everything's so close together.
Wow, Sulphur, you're so smart.
Yeah, thanks.
Thinks I rolled really good on my nature check.
It's nothing. And she moves her hair out of the way.
What's up next?
I will assist Sulphur by using perception to look for birds or other creatures, or listen for them that might be disturbed in the wake of a creature like that moving through the forest, or also sounds of the creature itself. 22 perception.
22, gotcha, yeah. As you are continuing forward and you're going along this path that Sulphur is kind of leading you down, you notice that the spell or whatever was in place on these trees starts to kind of recede as you're going. And that includes, it seems like the forest is more alive as you're coming, which is unexpected. The trees are normal shades of brown here. And there's green leaves growing on them, and the grass seems to be more vibrant as you're continuing deeper into the forest. So you definitely seem to be stumbling onto something, and the trees are more spread out still as you continue.
I will use survival to attempt to just look around and see, do I see any paths that have been made, any disturbances? I'm kind of more specifically tracking with that.
Gotcha, go ahead and roll.
Oh, that's a 10.
I'd say you can't really find a lot different from what the others have already pointed out, but you are, at the very least, keeping on track and assisting them with what they're doing at this point. And Cassius, what are you doing?
Okay, Initially, I was going to do investigation because I do have proficiency there, but I think I'm more interested because he can, actually, plants can understand him. And the plants here are a little bit wild, so I would love to make some kind of attempt at a persuasion check or something to see if he can talk to these very scary trees and get some insight on where to go.
I love that. Go for it.
Okay. I'm going to roll terribly. I hope everyone knows this about me by now. Oh, 22. Never mind.
22, nice. So you see, as you are continuing to go and trying to talk to these plants and the big scary trees, they're starting to look a little bit less scary as you go, that they seem to be leaning as you're talking to them, kind of swaying in the breeze a little bit more one direction, and taking that as a cue. You guys continue along that path, and as you're going, the forest appears to start to get a little bit more stony, less grassy, as you're kind of starting to walk on what might be a path as you continue. And I'll say, I love that, Dan. You can take a point of inspiration for that.
Oh, yay.
All right, yeah. And as you all continue forward into the forest, those strange purple trees fading and giving way to the normal shades of brown and red, and you're trying to keep in mind the resources that you've spent. You have a teammate that has been hurt in a way that you can't seem to heal, but you're still confident. You have the hero of Avayath with you, so everything's fine. You eventually locate the clearing that Sulphur said would probably be where this creature might be hiding out. And you find your first bit of sunlight in this forest, opening out onto these large stone structures that seem to be kind of hastily built. Even from your distance, you can see up on top of one of these stone structures, it seems to be an altar with flames kind of dancing around, decorating that stone surface. And a small path leads up towards that scene.
Can I tell if it's an altar to something or a god or something, maybe?
You can roll a religion check.
It's a 14.
I would say, because of who you are, specifically Cassius, you would recognize this to be a structure to summon a specific god, one of the oldest gods, if not the oldest god, Obrus, the feathered basilisk.
Dope. I guess he can share that with the group if no one else knows it. He'll just say, "It looks like this is a place to summon a god, specifically the oldest god, Obrus."
I see.
And DM, you said the candles are lit?
They are.
Not anymore. Rahozi reaches his hand up and closes it in a fist. You hear kind of like cracking sounds as his hand comes together, and then first in the kind of like middle, I use control flame to extinguish the candles around the altar itself, and then each use of control flame is an action. I will, unless I get interrupted, I will continue to use that to extinguish the other candles around it.
Gotcha. When you do that, you actually, for a moment, you hear something like a little tiny "Hey!" that just kind of quickly sounds like it was muffled.
By the way, Rahozi, I love that for you. I love that for you.
Cassius is going to stop him because he's the worst. Cassius is going to try to stop him and just be like, "What are you doing? You don't know that that's going to fix anything. What if this is stopping it from being summoned? What if they're protective flames?"
In between one of the uses of control flames, I will throw in a mold earth to make the ground underneath Cassius shift and become loose, and then reharden, and if I can, just kind of bury their feet in it a little bit.
Okay. This 1 5-foot square is difficult terrain.
Yep.
Cassius is not amused. He's just like, "Okay, well, if we get attacked by an old god, that's on you, Rahozi. That is all on you, as of right now."
I thought we resolved all this, but it seems like we haven't. Maybe we should make a plan. How about it?
I assume at this point the candles are all out.
Yes.
Okay. Then I just find a rock and I sit down.
Where am I trapped again?
I wouldn't say you're trapped. It's more so like you have to kind of dig your way out of this a little bit.
Okay, I guess he will do that. So presumably, I guess he was right next to Rahozi. There we go. And then he's going to move away.
Would lesser restoration cure Cassius's hit point problem?
It doesn't say, but if you want to roll an Arcana check if you cast it, I will allow you to attempt.
Oh, don't waste a spell slot on him.
Are you sure?
I mean, as Dan, I am certain, but like, you do you.
Well, what would he want? What would he want?
He might like those hit points back.
I will attempt to cast lesser restoration on Cassius, and you said Arcana?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 15.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 20. I'm gonna add +5 to whatever I roll, and that'll be the DC for if that works or not. Oh, I don't know if that actually rolled in chat. Did it?
There was an 18 that popped up.
Oh, okay. Then nope, it does not work.
Yeah. Bummer. Okay.
He definitely appreciates the effort.
I'm trying to think. Do candles seal or not seal?
To seal or not to seal?
What do the candles do? Do they mean anything? I'm trying to figure that out.
Andrew, did you step away? Maybe. Andrew may have stepped away.
Quick, let's all say really nice things about him while he's gone. I really like his spirit.
I really appreciate
Love
Andrew
that.
as a friend.
He's so
and
positive.
Very motivated in what he
I
does.
love all his Lord of the Rings
He's
memes.
very supportive.
He's very great.
The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
Rings memes.
Oh,
They brighten my
oh
day.
my gosh.
Wait.
Oh, he's back. Everyone stop saying nice things.
That's never actually what's
Actually, it
happening.
really
It actually
was.
was.
You're
We have
welcome.
the recordings to prove it.
We do have the recordings to prove it. The last thing that happened while you were gone, Andrew, because we did a little bit of RP, was essentially we tried to get Cassius's hit points back through a lesser restoration spell. I allowed an attempt since it shouldn't normally work, and it did fail, but there was an attempt made.
And I'm just sitting down thinking, do the candles mean anything? Also, what was that voice?
Do we know which direction the voice was coming from?
You can roll a perception check.
That's an 18.
It's close. That voice was very close, but you can't tell where exactly it came from. It almost sounded like it was unnaturally muffled, like magically muffled.
I'm gonna get on high ground. Just kind of like look around, scout out. You know, I'm done trying to solve the group's like inner turmoils, and I'm just focusing on me and looking around.
I would say with a 17, you did hear something is moving up on that altar.
Up on the altar. Oh.
Coming from up on the altar, yes.
Can Avayath do a history check to see if he remembers where this creature that they're looking for was found, or like where they're likely to be?
Yeah.
Well, that is a 19.
You're thinking about it for a bit, and you're definitely in the right spot. This is where it normally is.
Yeah, so Avayath is like, this is, I think this is the place, actually. The place we're looking for. The creature should be here.
Well, and there's something up on top of that altar structure.
I'm pretty sure that's what we're looking for, then. And Avayath is very quick to start walking towards there.
Cool, Cassius will follow.
Yep, and Avayath just walks right up to the altar.
All right, Cassius, what are you doing?
I think he's just going to trail behind Avayath, and he's also going to check out the altar also.
Okay. Do you want to roll an investigation check on that altar?
Yes, sure. 15.
All right. As you are approaching this altar and coming up to it, you see Avayath kind of step back a little bit to make room for you to go up and approach it. And as you do so, immediately a creature comes out from underneath that altar, something that seemed like it should not have been able to have been kept underneath it. A giant snake erupts out from under it, but not a normal snake, one that is covered in feathers. It's not big enough to be a god, but you, Cassius, immediately recognize this to be a snakelet of Oberys, a child of the god Oberys.
Dope. That's why I'm here.
You can upload a GIF to Roll20? That's so cool!
Wait, did you say GIF?
Yes, that's how it's said.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
That's how the creator
No,
says it's
GIF.
We'll fight later about this.
It's going to get a surprise attack very fast on
shit.
Cassius, but then we are going to roll initiative after that, so we'll see if it hits you. That is a 25. This does not actually do a ton of damage, so it's going to hit you. It's going to be 6 piercing damage, and then I need you to roll a con save.
I am notoriously excellent at those. Would you look at that? It's a 10.
That just barely does not make it.
Good.
Unfortunately, this is also damage, and this one is gonna hurt.
I'm gonna die.
You're going to take 9 poison damage.
Ooh, yeah, I'm down.
All right, Cassius is down. Why don't we all roll initiative, though?
Oh my gosh.
All right, so Sulphur, we are starting with you. This giant snake has just escaped from this altar and seems to have immediately attacked Cassius, knocking him unconscious.
First of all, my eyes roll so hard that it hurts because we didn't make a plan. And then second,
Well, Avayath is the leader, so...
That's right, it's his fault.
I'm going to move up as close as possible.
Avayath is just really eager.
3, 4, 5, jump, 6. She's going to cast Scorching Rays at 2nd level.
Go for it.
Book out, 3 bursts of fire come out of it. And that's going to be, what's my spell attack? 9, 15, and 23.
15 and 23 both hit.
Yes. And that does 20 fire damage.
20, nice. Yeah, it looks like it takes all of that.
And then I'm going to, since I'm on stone, I can use my Sinkhole Geomancy. I'm going to use my 2nd Geomancy die. It's going to do 2 bludgeoning damage, and it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's going to be reduced to 1.
All right, and it's going to need to make a dexterity saving throw against 12.
19.
All right, nothing happens.
This slightly singed child of Oberus hisses at that and seems to be still kind of more so focused on the fallen form of Cassius up near the altar.
Why?
Cassius, you want to roll a death save for me?
Do I want to? No. Oh, Lord. I feel a nat 20, or nat 1 in my bones. A nat 20, I wish. 15. Oh.
That is a success. Axilya.
Well then first I will move up a bit closer and I will yell, Cassius, you're not done! And cast a healing word. 2 + 3, so 5 hit points to Cassius.
You are back up to 5 hit points, Cassius.
Thank you.
Woo! And then I will also cast Sacred Flame at the snake thing because it's a good spell to have. So another dex saving throw.
Gotcha. That's a 19.
Okay, it passes. That's me.
All right. Rahozi.
All right, so I will stand up, if a little sluggishly, and move my way up to about there. That's about 30 feet. Which, does that put me, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It does not quite put me in range for Avayath. So I will use my dash to move kind of back over here.
Gotcha.
And then that's my turn. I'll have to wait for the next one.
So it is the snakelet's turn. As it looks up at all of you, you see its head kind of swivel for a second towards Avayath, and you see it blink a few times before quickly turning its head back to Cassius as it lunges forward.
Yep.
It's gonna try and hit you. Does a 21 hit you?
Does a 21 hit my ace? Okay, now I will cast shield, because that will save me. So no.
All right, it tries to reach forward and grab you with its giant mouth that is just dripping with poison, but you cast this magical shield and it bites it instead. And that is going to be the end of its turn. Avayath, it's your turn.
Avayath, okay. Avayath does something kind of weird. He starts laughing. He's like, he starts going, and he walks over here and he says, now that you all have gotten this far into the Black Forest, you're never escaping. And you see he tosses a sword up into the air, takes off his helmet, and a halfling comes out of where the helmet is, and he will swing. Yeah, this little halfling guy comes out all of a sudden and will swing at Rahozi.
So we're never trusting Cassie
Oh
again.
my god.
He will begin by using Thunder Smite combine it with Divine Smite.
So Sulphur's gonna die of embarrassment first.
19 to hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so physical damage, Thunder Smite damage is... So it's 9 plus 7 plus 14 damage in one swing.
Good night.
Oh no.
TPK.
This is where you'll die.
TPK.
And as that is happening, you hear, it seems like the armor is moving a little awkwardly as they're trying to move forward. And you hear someone just go, Crust, stop moving that direction. And the other one goes, you stop moving that direction. As the legs of this thing kind of fall apart, and the halfling on top, the one that you thought was Avayath, kind of is also forced to fall out as two halflings also kind of topple out of this armor.
Fucking kidding
There were
me?
literally 3 halflings stacked on top of each other.
So stupid. Anyway,
Fuck.
So, question. My next move was going to be to cast Enlarge on Avayath. So, just out of curiosity, what would have happened if I had targeted that and cast Enlarge?
I had actually prepared Jay for that possibility. Just one of them, probably the head, was going to actually
Oh,
enlarge.
man. That would have been
He would have
great.
like busted out of the armor, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he'd pop out of the armor, just the top halfling of the
So yeah, it is now the little red one's turn, and it's going to turn and look towards Cassius. I'm sorry, you're the closest to that one.
Yeah.
It's a TPK.
And it's going to try and hit you. The melee attack, and that's an 8. So it takes out a little tiny dagger to stab you, and it misses. It seems to still be he seems to still be trying to like get his footing, essentially, as he's fallen out and just rolled into the attack essentially. And he's just like, "Oh, stay still."
Yeah, no, he is going to get all up in his grill. Just all 7 feet of this Fearbolg is going to lean down and just be like, if I die here, I am clawing my way back from death and eating your soul.
I'll let you roll an intimidation check for that, even though you're out of turn.
Dope, I get a bonus to that. Hold on. 17.
Okay, yeah, they will have disadvantage on their next attack against you.
Nice.
As you see this halfling now kind of shaking a little bit, trying to hold steady that knife as it's looking at you. And it is the green one's turn, and it like glances over at the red one, and it's just like, Timmy, you idiot, you almost gave us away earlier. And then is going to kind of run around the form of Rahozi, who's already unconscious, to go and assist the other blue halfling as they go and attack Sulphur. And they are going to cast Crown of Madness on Sulphur. So you need to make a wisdom saving throw, Sulphur.
That's gonna be a 4.
That is a failure. So you are charmed as a jagged crown appears atop your head, and your eyes kind of flash red for a moment. You have to use your action before each of your turns, and I'll tell you on your turn, essentially, what's going to happen.
Do I get to break it at the end of every turn?
You will,
Okay.
yes. So Sulphur, I want you to turn around and attack your ally behind you. Whatever you have on you, that's a melee attack.
Quarterstaff then.
The wizard melee against the cleric. I love this.
That's a 17.
Oh, what? Okay, sure.
Does that hit you?
Yeah.
See, that's what you get for
I
being
know.
cocky.
So go ahead and roll your damage on that.
5 plus 2, 7.
Feisty. Okay.
All right, so you can go ahead and roll another wisdom save.
15.
15? You break it. So you go and attack your ally, and then as soon as you make that hit, it seems to like dawn on you like, wait, I'm fighting with them. That's like my teammate.
Wait.
And that crown just vanishes.
Wait, like, this is not right. We got tricked. I got tricked. Fuck this.
That will be your turn, though.
Ah. Okay.
Cassius, it is your turn.
Okay, so, I don't have anything, like, particularly helpful in mind. I'm wondering, though, how does Cassius normally talk to his god? Does he have to be in a special place, or can he just, like, does he have an arcane focus, or what?
I would say your focus would probably be that skull on your shoulder if you had something.
Okay.
And it's more like you talk to it through you talk to him through it.
I think he is I guess, is that a free action talking? I can just talk?
Yeah, you can just talk.
Okay, cool. He is going to plead to his god then, and he is going to say, "Earlier today I exacted your wrath upon a Solari worshipper, and I would like to ask for your assistance in turn on one who has betrayed me this day." So that's all he's doing for that particular bit. But then he is in such a hard spot. He's going to, since he's a Hexblade, he's going to curse the snakelet.
Okay.
So he does more damage on it, presuming he even hits. And he's just going to go at it with his pact weapon. 30-20.
Gotcha. That'll definitely hit it.
Okay, still not a lot, but 11.
11. Gotcha. Yeah, it definitely takes all of that as you kind of slash into it. And why don't you roll me a religion check for that prayer you just did?
Must I? Okay. 16.
There is a moment pause before you do actually get a response back in your head.
It's not your time to die yet. If you exacted my wrath, I'll help.
I love the sound of that, personally.
Axilya, it's your turn.
Just to clarify, two things. First, the halfling in green was casting spells, and the ones in red and blue have melee weapons. Is that an accurate?
As far as you can see, yes.
Okay. Also, so Sulphur and the blue and green halflings and myself are all standing on what appears to be something that is raised with like a sheer edge. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Amazing. Then first, I will cast Spiritual Weapon up by the snake.
Okay.
And it can attack right away, right?
I think so, yes.
Okay. That's only a 12.
That does not hit.
Okay, didn't think so. But for my move, I will move up. I'm going to stand, on the edge there, not in the grass. And I'm going to take a swing with my mace and try to knock the halfling in blue off the edge. That's a 14.
Does that hit you?
His spark activates, and he gets a magic enhancement to his shield, and he blocks it. It doesn't hit him.
Cool.
You hear the green one next to him go, "Oh yeah, good job, Papaya."
Yeah, we got this.
Screw this
Did
guy.
you say papaya?
That's his name, yeah.
No, I feel weird about choosing avocado earlier. I guess.
I feel like he was the one who settled on avocado.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's a whole nother level of weird.
Yeah. I guess I'm done then.
Rahozi, it's your turn. So roll a death save.
A death save, and it's a 17.
17? That'll be a success then. I realize the green one is standing on you, but you're unconscious, so for the moment I'm going to allow it.
Yeah.
So we are going to move on to the snaky snake. It's going to try and hit you, Cassius.
Of course it is.
And that is a 7.
Okay. It doesn't hit. Yay!
Yeah, it goes and leans down to try and bite you again, but it seems to be distracted by these 3 new halflings that have just appeared. It doesn't seem to quite understand what has happened. It also seems to be a little confused on what is happening.
That's good.
Papaya, it's your turn.
Papaya's turn. So, as Papaya begins to swing, you see his belt glow. He's really tiny and not muscular at all, and he's been imitating Avayath's strength using the belt of hill giant strength. So that's just a little thing you notice. And he's going to swing. He's going to try to stab Sulphur. 11 to hit.
Does not hit. No, wait, does hit. Shoot.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'll shield.
Okay,
I'll
well.
shield.
Okay, Papaya will go in for another swing then. 15 to hit.
Oh, that does. You get 2? That's not fair. Cassie, why'd you make us level 3?
He's level 5.
Yeah, but we're the ones that are being betrayed.
Exactly!
Yeah.
Second level Divine Smite again. So 10 slashing damage as he stabs into you. 14 radiant damage. It's 24 damage altogether.
I'm down.
Ooh. Mamma mia. End of Papaya's turn.
Alright, it is the tiny one that they have yelled out and called Tibby, is standing in front of you, Cassius. seems to be nervous, is holding that dagger and is going to lunge at you again with it, but they do have disadvantage. With disadvantage, that's an 11.
Awesome. Doesn't hit.
Yeah, so tries to stab you, but just cannot seem to stop shaking and totally misses you. And Tibby looks over and is like, Gruss, come help me!
Oh, no.
And the green one's kind of looking back at you and kind of scoffs at Tibby and is like, fix your own problem! And it's going to attack Axilya. It's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Should have said it was casting Eldritch Blast.
Oh.
Then it would be a disadvantage. No?
Oh, would it?
If they're in
right, 'cause
melee.
it's so close. Because they're so close, so it would be a disadvantage. And that'll be a 14.
Does not hit.
All right, so
I got
he
you.
misses.
I got you, Sheryl.
Thank you.
I forgot. I'm trying to put Cypher sideways. There we go. You already look a little sideways with your token.
yeah.
So,
I was gonna say, it's like I like the idea that when Cypher goes down, she just
She
kind of
looks like she's modeling.
She's
lays
luxurious,
down
yeah.
gracefully. Yeah, yep, and it's just like I'm done. I'm done.
Swoon.
Yes. This is the end.
Swoons. Yeah.
Oh, I have a question, real quick.
yes.
I realize we've been forgetting to do the spark thing, for me.
oh, right.
So would that...
Right. So I'll just add that. So how many times have you hit?
I only remember one time. I don't know if anyone remembers more than that, but I think it's only been once.
Okay, so they'll take 3 damage.
Okay.
And the snake would too. All right, so Sulphur, roll a death save for me.
It's a fail.
No.
So that's 1 failure. Cassius, it's your turn.
I feel like there's no perfect answer to the situation I'm in. I'm between a rock and a hard place.
Run.
I can't. I'd provoke 2 attacks of opportunity, and I have 5 hit points.
Oh. Run fast.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I guess he's just going to stab the snakelet again. Or try.
Go for it.
Okay, 15.
15, that does hit.
Awesome. Thank goodness. Okay, 10 damage. Plus 3 to the snakelet and the dude behind me.
Gotcha. This snakelet seems to be pretty young, and you can tell based on your studies and stuff that it is very young. Probably a brand just came out of the egg snakelet. That seems to have been enough. How do you want to take it down?
Oh my goodness. I mean, he's gonna try to stab his sword right through its mouth, basically, I guess, or like right through its head, but miss an eye because he needs one of those. But he's gonna go right through the head.
Yeah, Sorcerer Stone's that.
Awesome. Yeah, you slice it and just stab right through its skull, essentially, but right between the eyes, so you miss that. And it falls, kind of slumps down in front of you.
Awesome. Oh, and I get hit points.
I meant Chamber of Secrets, not Sorcerer Stone.
I was confused.
Go on.
And as you do so, you see that little halfling dressed in red next to you panic immediately at that and just be like, guys! And Axilya, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. So I will move the spiritual weapon over to... Sorry, which one of these halflings is the one with the belt?
The blue one.
The blue one.
The blue one. Okay, so I will move my spiritual weapon over and smack the blue one with it. Wow. Natural 17 for a 22 total.
Yeah, that definitely hits him.
So he takes 9 points of damage from the spiritual weapon. And while that's happening, I'm gonna be like, no, and reach down and touch Sulphur to cast Cure Wounds. So Sulphur, you receive 8 points of healing back.
She glides back up, dramatically.
I'm still prone, but
Yeah.
I gracefully bat my eyes open.
Love it. That's me.
All right, Rahozi, roll a death save for me.
That's an 18, so second success.
Second success, gotcha. All right, and the snaky is down. Oop, goodbye, D20. Papaya.
Papaya. He turns to Tibby and he's like, "You should have went after the cleric, you idiot. Now we're screwed. Now they're bringing everybody back up." Even though he also didn't go after the cleric, he just likes to blame things on Tibby. And he's gonna start swinging at Axilya. So, 19 to hit.
Hits.
He's not doing so hot on spell slot, so he does not Divine Smite this time. 10 damage.
Okay, and you and... Sorry. Oh, that other one's too far away, isn't it? Oh, wait. Nope. All 3 of them must make a Constitution saving throw as Axilya takes the hit and just, bursts into bright light.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I know this. Dope.
This is actually her spark.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know this, but it's similar to something I know.
It's kind of like Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, I was thinking more like when a Celestial Warlock goes down.
So one of them got a 7.
Okay.
Other one got a 4.
Okay.
And what did you get, Papaya?
15.
They all fail, which means they are all blinded until the start of their next turn.
Oh.
Awesome. So being unable to see now, after this blinding light radiates out from you, the red one, Tibby, kind of shakily drops that dagger that they were holding, and you see kind of them like freeze up for a moment as they are kind of reach out and just seem to be blindly casting a spell in your general direction, and they cast web directly in front of them at you where you are currently standing, Cassius. So I need you to make a... Oh, it's not until you start your turn, so never mind. You don't have to make any dex saves yet because it's not until the start of your turn.
Okay, but it's a dex save?
Yeah. So seems to just be blindly casting a spell at that, and you see Crest kind of go like, Tibby, you idiot, why'd you cast a spell? As you see kind of their eyes glow bright for a moment for what you can assume is a spark. And I'm gonna roll a D100 really fast. Let's see what that does.
Uh-oh. I think I know what that does.
Oh no, what does that do? Oh, it's just redo. It's redo. If you roll a 1, it's redo the thing.
Is it not redo each turn?
At the start of each of your turns for a minute. Oh, you're right. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
he's about to go
no,
crazy.
that's bad. For not right now. Not right now. It is.
Is it bad
but-
for y'all or us?
Maybe both.
For everybody, it's the
Oh,
wild
shit.
magic table.
And it is Cress's turn now. And it's just like, oh sweet, nothing happened. And he's gonna go. And he's gonna try and attack Axilya, because now it's been pointed out to him specifically that there is a cleric. And how's Chris? You're not very smart. You're not a very smart boy. He's gonna try and Eldritch Blast you again from point blank range. It's 12 and 13.
Misses regardless.
Damn, why are you so hard to hit? You're right next to me.
And Sulphur, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move back. I know that provokes opportunity attack.
You're gonna get 2.
Never mind. I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'm going to try to shove Papaya off the pathway that we're on. Like, so can I shove him like off of it so he hits the ground?
Yeah, you can roll a strength if you want to push him.
Yeah.
So it'd be contested against Papaya's strength.
Papaya's got the belt.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
that
rough.
may not have been a wise choice.
I've got some strength.
20.
6.
I've got some strength. What's your strength mod?
2.
Oh. You do have a little strength for a wizard. That's impressive, actually. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'll use my last Geomancy die and use Sinkhole against Papaya as well. So make a Dexterity saving throw, Papaya,
Okie doke.
against 12.
14.
That would be a success, but you do take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Alright. Yeah, he's irritated that he's like, son of a... And he's starting to bleed.
I like how over the course of this battle, all of the halflings' voices have changed. Like, they definitely are different from when we first started. But Cassius, it's your turn.
Cool, I make my dex save now?
Yes.
I do not save. That is a 4.
You are restrained as long as you remain into the web or until you break free. You can attempt to make a strength check against the spell save DC, but that is an action. Otherwise, you're just stuck. That's all it
Okay, does that mean that I can't attack or just that I can't move from this spot?
does. No, you can still attack. You just can't move without using your action as a strength check.
Okay, cool. So I can still try to totally ice this guy.
Yeah, you can still do that.
I'll make an attempt. I'm going to swing my sword at him. I am rolling hot today. That's a 9. So,
A 9. That will not hit him,
no?
unfortunately.
That's me then.
I will say, roll straight d20 for me real fast.
Oh, a nat 20.
Wow. Okay, yeah. So as you do that, you feel kind of like a very dark energy surrounding you that you recognize as like the presence or the what you would maybe call like the soul of your god, kind of seeming to visit you for a moment. And you can make that attack roll again.
Cool. I definitely will. If only I could have gotten that nat 20 on the attack roll. I did!
Wow, that's so good.
There is a god.
Oh my god.
There is a god and he's an evil
and it
one.
gives warlock powers.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's pretty dope. Okay, so 2d8
Wow.
plus 3, right? Yes.
I'll go ahead and say that you can add your spark twice too.
Oh, nice. So that's 14 plus 6 is 20 then.
This guy seems on his last legs, essentially at this point. Super bloody, blind, can't see what he's doing, kind of waving around. Is the blindness still in effect?
Well, I was a little confused about that because the way you wrote it, it says until the start of their next turn. I wasn't sure if it was the person that was being hit or the person who was doing the hitting.
Oh, I think I meant to write the end, not the start of their next turn.
Okay.
So it would be over, but so
Right.
like basically came to and was able to see again just to get his shit kicked in. But yeah, he's doing really bad. Axilya, it's your turn.
Oh boy. I am going to let the spiritual weapon hit one of them again. I think it was over the blue one, right? I think
Yeah, hit the blue one.
Yeah. That's only a 12. And she is also going to sort of close her eyes and put her hand on her chest because she is in trouble now. And I will cast Cure Wounds on myself. Okay, so I get 6 points back. And that is me for the moment.
Gotcha. Rahozi, roll a death save.
16, so I am still unconscious, but I stabilize.
I actually do homebrew that a little bit. You're back up to 1.
Oh, yeah.
And I will now, as you kind of come to, you have an opportunity here to do something, because the halfling is standing directly on top of you. If you would like, if you fail this, there will be a consequence. But if you succeed, if you would like, you can try to push him off of you, and he might fall off that cliffside.
Instead of physically push him, can I raise my fist and smack it against the ground and cast Earth Tremor?
Yes. Is that a thing that you have to roll, like I roll?
It's a dex save.
Okay, so if he succeeds, you will suffer a consequence.
Okay, I'm gonna cast it at second level. Dex save 13. As my eyes come to, and I just in anger, I just and smack the ground, and everything in a 10-foot area. So both of the ones around me would need to actually roll dex save or dex saves.
Okay, so Papaya 2.
17. I've been rolling good.
Ugh.
Crust got a 12.
Okay, so they fail.
So what does that do to him?
And that is 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Immediately bloodied. Not a strong one, this one. As you push him off of you by this earth tremor, it kind of moves him back, I would say, a little bit from you. So you're able to right yourself. And you are at 1 hit point. Snake's gone. Papaya, it's your turn. You look around, everyone's back up.
Yeah, he's just like, God damn it, Tibby! He can't see, but he assumes everything is Tibby's fault. And he's gonna swing blindly at where he thinks Azalea is, or Axilya, with disadvantage. That's a 12 to hit. I assume that does not hit.
Nope.
Well, that's a waste of a turn. Okay. Oh, he can make a con save to stop being blinded.
No, it's back.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
It's till the end of your next turn.
Why couldn't it be like one more turn?
Sorry, it's just my spark.
So Tibby is now looking at you, Cassius, and unfortunately, because of the thing, I cannot believe he rolled that. Hold on, let's roll again. Let's see what that does. Tibby casts Mirror Image.
Okay, not the worst thing. At least he didn't cast Fireball
Not the
centered
worst
on
thing.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't
right.
blow up. He did not blow up, which is what everyone's always
Yes.
afraid of. So there are multiple Tibbys now appearing in front of you, and he also seems to be excited about this. He's like, "Guys, look, it did something good!" And he's gonna try and stab you again, though. 12.
Nope, doesn't hit.
He misses, and he's just like, "Dang it!" You see all these mirror images kind of like smack themselves in the head. It's Cress's turn. He now sees there is another enemy directly in front of him, and the cleric is now separated. So he is going to, kind of looking around, trying to decide what exactly he should do in this case. With his big brain, I'm going to roll something for him. Nope, he still thinks Eldritch Blast is the best thing he should do in this situation to the one that just popped up in front of him. So that'll be disadvantage. Does a 15 hit you?
Oh, yeah.
You came back just to go back down. 6 damage.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
All right, so you fall back unconscious again, and that is the end of Crus's turn. Sulphur, it's your turn.
If I move back, I'm probably going to take an attack of opportunity. I would probably
take 1.
I'll probably shield. Will I still be able to cast a first level spell or higher?
If you only cast that as a reaction,
Okay.
I think you're good.
Because I think that too. I just wanted to
I think so.
make sure. So
We'll say yes.
I'm going to move back.
So you have an opportunity attack if you so choose, Papaya.
Well, of course, Papaya would take it. 22 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
11 damage.
Does that hit with shield?
It doesn't matter whether I use shield or not. An 11 damage?
Okay, so you're still gonna go down? Yes.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, I'm down.
Ooh.
And they start to fall again.
No.
You don't have to roll death save because you just went down. But Cassius, it's your turn.
Okay. So, how does mirror image work? I just try to hit one of them and then they roll, right?
Yes. There are 3 duplicates. You have to roll.
A certain DC to hit.
I think I roll to see if you hit one of them.
Do I still roll though?
Yes, because you might kill a duplicate, essentially.
Okay, cool. 13.
I rolled a 4, so you still managed to hit the actual one.
Okay, cool. That's excellent. Oh, good gravy. 4 damage.
That was enough. He had 1 hit point left. How do you want to bring him down?
Oh, he's very happy about this, definitely. He is like, this is definitely glee that is on his face as he comes down with the sword. And he's just like, I don't even know where people go. Where do people go after they're dead?
I am operating with these 2 at least. They will not be making death saves. Papaya would.
Okay. So, I just mean like, can he say like, go to hell or something like that? Like, does hell exist?
Yes, it does.
Wonderful. So yeah, he's just gonna gleefully come down with his sword then. And he's just going to say, have fun in hell.
Awesome, and you just stab him right through. All the mirror images kind of fade out, just like glitching in and out of view as they also seem to like cough up blood, and he is gone. He dies.
Kill count is at 3.
Axilya, it's your turn.
I will use my spiritual weapon against Papaya again. Unnatural 20.
That definitely hits.
And that's 10 points of damage.
Papaya's down. Ah.
He does not die. That will have to be a choice you make if you want to make him die.
I will smash his head in with my mace. Yeah, it's a 21 to hit.
Definitely. You smash his head in like a papaya.
Lovely. Yeah, that's me.
You hear Crust go, avocado! Avocado!
Wait, but avocado means that we fight though, right?
Yeah, I thought I was thinking it was
It's not
safe
wrong.
word, sorry.
That's true.
I
That's true.
replaced that, I revoked the avocado. Or he's just stupid and
No
forgot.
taxis.
Rahozi, you can roll a death save for me though.
15.
That's 1 success. And seeing all of his teammates go down, Crust is going to try and run, and none of you are currently within melee. So he's going to make an attempt to jump down here. I'll roll an athletics check for him to see if he succeeds.
I love it. He just died trying to jump down.
And he does not. He jumps. And he falls prone and loses the rest of his movement from there. And he's like, shoot! He is going to try and Eldritch Blast you again, though, from falling, Axilya.
Doesn't he get disadvantage because he's prone?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a 16.
Oh, yeah, that meets.
Awesome. I shouldn't say awesome. 4 force damage. As he kind of falls, and as he's falling, he's like, shoot! And like fires one off just like haphazardly as he's falling, and he is prone off the side of this cliff. Sulphur, roll a death save.
6.
That's 1 death. Cassius, you're up.
So since I'm like kind of on the edge here, is there any way I can get off like an Eldritch Blast at the green dude who fell?
If you move a little bit forward, you can. You don't have anything that will give you an opportunity
No,
attack.
but I'm caught in webs.
You'd have to make a strength,
Yeah. I thought that's
Isn't web concentration?
Oh, it's gone. Never mind.
Oh, bless you, Jordan. Okay, so yeah, he's going to, so he can just move now, right? He's gonna move right to the edge?
You're good.
Alright, dope. He's going to fire off an Eldritch Blast then. You know, that's a 9, though.
9 does not hit.
Oh, but wait a minute. Do I get advantage because of the inspiration?
If you want to use it for that, you can.
I'm going to use my inspiration for that. Because I am spiteful. Ooh, nice. Yes.
24. Nice.
Okay. Not like Eldritch Blast does a lot of damage for that to be impressive, but you know. Okay, 5 damage.
That is enough. He had 10 hit points total and you have 5 left.
Nice.
How do you end him?
I just...
Cassius is a monster.
He just wants to just, like, explode him. Where, like, his chest, I guess. That's where he's aiming.
Okay. Yeah. You pop him. He gone. He explodes from your Eldritch Blast and splatters against the side of that cliff he just fell off of.
Gross.
Yeah, a little gross. And you are out of combat now.
Yay!
As the corpses of these 3 halflings lay in front of you, the corpse of a dead child of Obrys also up next to this altar. And as you are standing on this ledge, you feel it kind of start to crumble a little bit as you're standing on it.
Point of order, since there were 2 people who were actively dying, I will cast Cure Wounds, my last spell slot, on Rahozi. Rahozi. I'm so sorry.
Well, I was going to say I rolled a death save preemptively and I got a nat 20, so that brings me to
then
plus
as
1.
you pop up, I will cast it on Sulphur and you get 10 points and you are also alive now.
Yay.
And I look up at you like, is it like done?
For the moment, yes.
Before this thing crumbles, can Cassius run over to the snake?
You can make a dex save if you're trying to do what I think you're doing.
I certainly am trying to do what you're thinking I'm doing, so... We'll see. I am not used to playing such babies. Lord! 4.
I will give you a choice for this. So either you can make it over there and get what you're trying to get, but you are going to take damage, or you can let it go.
He's gonna take the damage. I gotta live his truth.
Okay. You see Cassius dramatically run and jump to try and reach that snake as that altar is collapsing. And you are going to take, as that altar collapses with you still on top, 10 bludgeoning damage.
He's down.
May I do something?
Yeah, go for it.
So Rahozi will look out at Cassius falling, and I will stretch out my hand and make almost like the shape of as if I'm like grabbing something up from the earth, and you'll hear a tremor, and from the rubble that's collapsing, I will cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Oh my god.
And I will catch her, or him, and then pull him back as everything collapses around.
I know we're at the end of the fucking game, but you can take inspiration for that. That's so good.
Amazing.
Still unconscious.
Yeah.
But not trapped under the rubble.
As Cassius gets sort of pulled towards us, when he's within range, I will cast Spare the Dying.
Thank you.
Do we see the armor?
Yeah, it's kind of on the ledge. There's the helmet has rolled off. The rest of it seems to kind of be starting to be buried in that collapsing altar.
I mean, I'll grab the helmet. If I can grab the rest of the armor, I'd like to.
I'll allow it.
Okay. I have the armor.
One thing you notice about this helmet is it has fake glowing yellow eyes attached to it.
I'm guessing you guys start your journey back out.
Since there is no big, strong Avayath anymore, who's carrying the 7-foot fearbowl?
Sulphur sounds pretty strong.
We can wait till she's like, up. I'm not...
Till he's up?
Or till he's up, sorry.
Okay, you're gonna take a short rest?
Yeah.
Sure.
If we're gonna go through like a Deadly Woods again,
sure.
Battle plan, everybody. Who else is gonna betray us?
You all take a short rest to allow your teammate to come back.
I'm inciting everybody.
This part of the forest seems to be pretty secure, oddly. It does seem to be almost like an eye of a hurricane area that these halflings had set up some kind of altar in and had been camping out in. And you feel pretty safe here when you're resting. You exchange maybe a little bit of conversation here and there, and eventually Cassius does seem to be well enough from that short rest to start journeying back.
Okay, I mean, when he wakes up, he's going to be upset. How wrecked is this altar? Like, and how inaccessible?
Completely collapsed.
So we can't even see the snake anymore, right? Or
Yes. You do feel in your hand something that you had grasped.
Yeah, I check my hand.
You see an eye staring back, lifeless.
He looks very relieved suddenly, and he puts that in his pocket with the mushroom made out of his friend.
And you hear kind of again a
Whisper. As I click the wrong voice mod and then click the right one. Be careful what deals you're making.
Oh my.
and you all continue your journey back out of the forest with all of this behind you. And you exit through that strange archway once more, and almost as if by magic, the woman who had been outside appears again, dusting the entrance as you exit, and looking at you all, and is like, "Did you find the beast that was inside?"
Yeah, I want to let you know that that wasn't Avayath.
I know.
What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean you don't know? What the fuck do you mean you didn't know?
She looks and smiles at you and says,
I am the guardian of this forest, and many had come before you to try and figure out what was happening. I thought that they were strong enough to help, but they weren't. Your group seems quite capable, even if your motives may not have been all in the right place. This forest is a dangerous one, and there are many spirits that are trying to rest here. Should let them be at peace, yes?
But why did you send someone to kill us when we were there?
I didn't send anyone to kill you.
But you knew he was... You knew that wasn't Avayath.
she just smiles at you.
You know what? I'm done with you. She walks away.
Please, grandmother, though, why didn't you tell us the truth?
Again, she just smiles.
Insight check.
Can you roll an insight check on her? I would say also maybe investigation.
Okay. Oh, here come the bad rolls. My insight was an 8, and investigation is a 17.
8, she's kind of hard to read. There's this kind of whimsical nature to you from her. And with that 18 kind of looking at her, you get the sense that maybe this is not an elf.
That's what I was gonna say. The next thing I would do is look at her with the gem.
Go for it.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah, okay. So looking at her with the gem, you kind of see this very tall, towering figure above her. It does not look anything like her. These great wings unfolding from its back and a horn sticking out of the middle of its head as it's looking at you. And you see it kind of grin. And it takes a minute for you to recognize this appears to be perhaps a fae of some kind, as it winks at you, and she turns to start to go into that forest.
Okay.
Any other final words from your characters on this adventure?
Later that night, in his room, Rahozi would like to be just sitting on the edge of whatever cot he's been provided. And he's got the helmet of Avayath, fake Avayath, in his hands, and he's just looking at it. And then slowly, over the course of the next 10 minutes or so, he will don the Avayath armor, one piece at a time, and stand in front of whatever mirror might be provided to him, and slowly lower the helmet down over his head, and just say, "This might do."
Nice. Anything from anyone else?
I just had a question.
Yeah.
Since you're donning the armor, does it have, like, fake wings attached to it?
Yeah, definitely. They're fake.
Okay. Cool.
I think all Cassius is going to do once he gets back to wherever he's going is just burn an offering or something for Rada, his god. He's being polite and essentially thanking him for his assistance.
Doing so, you get a sense, like an acknowledgement of sort, but nothing kind of more than that. You do have a few strange dreams the following days as you are continuing to journey. Just of standing near the shore, with this floating skull next to you as you stare out across the ocean towards a light very far off in the distance. Just standing next to him, silent. There's no conversation between the two of you, but you do just get a sense of just kind of like, he seems to want you there for some reason. But that's all you get.
I love it. Okay, thank you.
Sulphur got no trinkets and got no god to talk to, and all she has is trust issues now.
I would say on your way outside of that village, you see a figure that you had been kind of excited to meet earlier. Kind of in big armor with wings attached to his back, kind of entering the town.
Cassie, you have your voicemail on.
Oh, I've been Verada this whole time.
Look at that!
That last bit in his voice was so good.
It's me, Verada! You see,
Wow. Please keep that.
you see him. I'll redo that later. He's there.
Okay, could you say that I'm playing because voice mod and
Yeah.
hard of hearing, I got none
No,
of
you're
that.
totally fine. Basically, you saw Avayath entering the town, and I will make a mental note. I'll hear it in the recording. Re-record that, Cassie. That was bad. It's a bad job. And then I didn't, because it was funnier to leave it in.
Yeah, so Avayath approaches Sulphur, this time with the helmet off, so you can confirm that it is in fact the real Avayath this time. And he's like, "Hello there, are you one of the adventurers? I heard that there was a fake Avayath going around leading people into the Black Forest to kill them."
Oh my god. Yeah, I heard about that. And we'll just fade from there.
Okay. Anything for you, Axilya?
Yeah, that night after they get back, she will just sit outside in the dark and let the fireflies that may be ambiently in the area move around her and just sort of look at them and quietly ask, "All right, what's next?"
We have a lot more things to quiet.
Just tell me where to go.
And you see those fireflies kind of buzz off up into the sky, into the distance, leading you onto your next path. And from there, this story ends. Our adventurers going off to go onto their own tales and do whatever it is that comes next from them. Thank you all for coming to this one-shot. If my guests would be so kind as to go ahead and say their shows and where we can find them.
I'm not starting. I already started earlier.
I'm Andrew. I'm the DM and showrunner for The First Watch, which you can find on social media, First Watch Show, and you can also find us on YouTube.
Awesome, we're moving on to Sheryl.
Hi, I'm Sheryl. I'm the coordinator for the Nature Check project that includes both TTRPGs and video games. You can find us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and podcasts.
All right, and Dan?
I am Dan, the DM for The Last Tapestry. You can find us on Twitter at The Last Tapestry and find us on Audio Boom and all places you listen to podcasts.
All right, and last but not least, but certainly not first, Jordan.
Thank you. I am Jordan. I'm the DM to the Delagarden RPG podcast, and you can find us anywhere where you listen to podcasts, and you can find us on Twitter at DELAGARDIN.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cassie. It was awesome.